Ate, your MC for today. Welcome to our 2019 school-based feeding program, Milk Feeding Component Post-Implementation Review. So welcome to Division Office. And I hope no na energized pa mo masing sa pang-orasa karon. This will not be that long. And sa karon for our to begin with, let us start this event by inviting our Senior Education Program Specialist. Presenting his opening remarks, please help me welcome Mr. Bridget E. Avalorio.
So much, Ma'am Kate. My respect to our school's division superintendent, Dr. Edelberto Elopinaya, Seso 5. To our assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Rosemary Tima Cesar. To our SGOD chief, Dr. Maria Carmela Tiablin. To our CID chief, Dr. Maria Eva Esidon. And to all division office personnel who are in attendance. To our school administrators, teachers, for participants for this activity, my greetings of peace and solidarity to all of you. Maayong buntag sa atong tanan. Mayroon lagi sila. Sige. Sige. Murag nasundan ko karon ani nga few minutes or few seconds I was informed to have this job. Anyway, it's Merry Christmas to everyone. Activity, the 2019 school-based feeding program milk feeding component implementation review for a purpose of knowing what are the challenges and how successful is the implementation of our program, the school-based feeding program in the Department of Education. In the field of research nga naakuan ang section, post-implementation is very important because through this kind of activity, our coordinator for school-based feeding program and our division office personnel can hear your challenges, can hear your best practices, can hear your report, can know whatever the implementation conducted in your school for us to plan for a better activities in the next school year, problems, and to address that in the next implementation. And if ever there are best practices, perhaps we can adapt that in our division. We can share also that to other schools, no? So this is a very good activity conducted by our division. This is a good avenue to all of us to improve our implementation, and perhaps we can create a good culture in the implementation of our school-based feeding program in our division. No? So, gamay na ta, one po siguro selected lang ni siya, but schools who are also recipients of this school-based feeding program, and we are looking forward for the best implementation of our school-based feeding program for the next years in our Department of Education. This is
Nawala ang tingog ni Bridget. Nawala ang tingog ni Bridget. Control. Control. Nawala ang tingog ni Bridget.
Inspirational message. We would like to invite our school physician superintendent, Mr. Edalberto L. Otonaria.
Can you hear me
Please.
now? Madunggan ako. Madunggan ako ninyo.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I scribbled something in the chat box because in the little portion we talk Bridget, the sound was missing. Wala ang tingog na I just want to make it sure if my voice now is clear to everyone. Okay. First of all, my warm greetings to our MC, Kate, to the Chief, to our Assistant Division Superintendent, Dr. Lourdes Tulod Basicar, our Chief of the School Governance and Operations Division, Dr. Maricar Tiablin, our Education Program Supervisor for School Governance and Operations Division, Dr. Arlene Magintay, all Senior Education Program Specialists of the School Governance and Operations Division, Education Program Specialists, all personnel of the School Governance and Operations Division, and to the attendees, uh, well-fitting component post-implementation review. Good morning. I'm so glad that you come up with this activity. It's the post-implementation review, and I just do hope that all the programmers out there and everybody who take part in the implementation of the program are present in this post-implementation review, because I could see there are only a few of the attendees, and I just hope that the
Yeah. Six.
Okay, this is my second time. I thought everything went well because definitely I did complete my talk. I even say goodbye and thank all of you, only to find out that I was cut from the signal. Dito rakutob sa to greetings ba to? Well, anyway, my once again my warm greetings for Assistant School Division Superintendent Dr. Lourdes Tulod Masisar, our Chief of the School Governance and Operations Division, Dr. Maricarte Ablin, our education program supervisor for school governance and operations division, Dr. Arlene Insay, all senior education program specialists, all education program specialists, program implementers, and participants to this activity today. Good morning. I wonder how many participants are supposed to attend this activity because in my master I could see only a few, but then I just hope those who are supposed to attend in this activity will join with you because I believe this is important. Uh, Borrowing from the words of Dr. Bridget Abalorio this morning in his welcome word, he said that it's nice we have this post-implementation review because it is in this review that we'll be able to see the best practices of anybody who are engaged in the implementation of the program. We'll also be able to see those strategies that went well and those strategies that needs restructuring or revision so that by the next time we will implement the program, it will be more successful than it is today. I just do hope that after this activity, we'll be able to come up with a report to the office which will detail the recommendations you would like to take in the next implementation of the program. I'm reminding all program implementers, school heads, and others who are engaged in this implementation of the milk feeding program that we should be serious in the implementation because this is money from the government and we are answerable from the government whatever will happen to the funds alluded to us and entrusted to us with the purpose of uh, benefiting the children, the learners that are given under our care. With this, I wish you luck and I'm thanking all of you and to all personnel from the School Governance and Operations Division. Merry Christmas and my advance Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you so much, sir. So, nakadungog ka mo? Okay. Now for our next inspirational message. This will be given by our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Rosemary T. Masasar, PhD. Hand here. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes. Okay, happy Wednesday to all of us, and most of all, a happy, blessed, and healthy Christmas for all of us because tomorrow night will be Christmas Eve already, and 2 days from now it will be Christmas. So even if there are only a few of us here, but still this activity has to go on, right? And although Sir was already able to share his message earlier, matagal po gamay, so but anyway, you will be having your program implementation review, right? So I hope that um, even if there are only a few of you, will others be joining later on? Wala na. They are more. Online, so they're online. That is why there are only a few of you. I'm sorry, sorry. No, fine. Anyway, so what you will be doing is to share, or are you will be sharing your best practices, okay? Because it is best that you should be doing that at the end of the year, so that the others who are still struggling in their implementation will learn from those who were able to successfully implement the programs and activities of the health and nutrition campaign. So, I think that we supplement na ang bata rin mo kaon or mo inom, no? Kana ang challenge nato. So, as to the other programs, because were you around yesterday? Ang mga nurses ra, no? Okay. So, nananag ko sa karon na lang kay kapon mo ko na message although apil unta gyapon ko. Ganahan unta gyapon ko that aside from the Barkada Contra Droga and the feeding program in the Health and Nutrition Unit, you will also focus your attention, although I know you're all very busy, sa other programs under the OK sa DepEd. Wapo kayo ang atong mga programs, but the problem is um, our time, no? But I think we have the time now because we don't meet our learners every day. But ang constraint lang po ani is we don't get to see them face to face. So very challenging. Included ba diri ang mental health na program, no? Yes. So how are you doing with the mental health program? Did you give a mental health seminar before the start of classes, katong psychosocial? Okay. But the follow-up mo? Wala. Wala na. Kaya daghan man kaayong programs and then I understand the challenges that you are kind of going through kay we are expecting to have this virtual, but most of our learners do not have even a laptop or a computer or an internet connection. So, wapo ra ba unta o face to face? Kay just like us adults, our students need most kaning psychosocial na mga debriefing or sessions because we are all affected with this pandemic. If in the past, everyday problems and challenges affects us, how much more the things that we are experiencing now during this pandemic. So I'm sure you will agree with me that we are all going through so many changes during these times. And then, I do not know, have you adjusted already? Nag-adjust na mo? Yes, to some extent. Yes, like the wearing for hours of face mask, no? In the past, katong mga bago pa ta be required to wear face mask, murag ako, I even complain na murag di ko kaginhawa. But since taon-taon naman I have been wearing a face mask, especially when in the office and when I travel together with the rest of our office mates here. So I'm used to it already, so I can say nga, dili na ko resto una mo complain na di ko kaginhawa. Even with face shield on as well, kaya naman di ay. But I'm sure there are certain things that we have not yet adjusted with. Like, like this coming Christmas, supposedly, all of us in the family and some close friends and neighbors will gather to celebrate. But we could not do that now. And then going out with our loved ones, especially with our little ones, we used to do that in the past. But now we could not do that anymore because those below the age. 15, 14. 15. They are not allowed to go out and above 65 dili. So in as much as we would like to do our family tradition during Christmas, dili na tumaman. So, unsa man, what will you do this Christmas? Online? Virtual? Okay. Maybe you will all plan of having a virtual reunion party with your loved ones. Ako ning gi-take up kay partner siya sa mental health, no? And kasi ningon mo ano focus din si mama ng mental health na feeding money because mental health advocate di ako being registered guidance counselor and a psychology graduate. So I'm for that, and we will not just focus on the physical health of our learners, but more so on their psychological and mental health as well. Not just for our learners, but for all of us, no? All of us. So, that's taas na akong plano na mubuon ta, nag-ugot na siguro ni student. But anyways, I'm happy to see all of you. Mga principals ni Uban, can I please raise your hands kung ka sa mga school heads? Who among you here are school heads? Okay. So, ito nga mga, sa mga sila school heads or mga teachers kay mga bata pa mga kaayo, no? Okay. So, I'm glad to see you, but mag-inilhanay ba ka sa dala, no? When what we see is just half of our faces, kaila pagyapon mo, kaila gyapon mo na ako, or kaila pagyapon ka ko nimo. Unless, of course, kung kanang close na gid siguro ta, no? Eh, ma-surprise man ko nga, naiuban ka magkita sa grocery or sa department store nga, uy, kuha na lang, automatic. Ay, nilanay ko man din nga po, no? Siguro kung close din kaayo. But kung really close, medyo dili. But anyway, I'm very happy to see you. Although, dili niya siguro ko ka ilan ninyo, but smile lang ka kung makita ka or ma-introduce ma'am, Tagalanaw del Norte ko. One time, my family and I were in Dalilayan. I think that was on November 30. Minsan nga itong Dahilayan, November 30. There were so many teachers from Lanao del Norte. I do not know kay majority sa ilaha ga kumbong. So, wala sila kailan na ako. Kaya wala mo kita sa ako. So, ako lang silang i-observaran. But they were enjoying themselves. So, nalipay ko and I hope that in spite of what is happening, you will still be having a happy, blessed, and memorable Christmas with your family. And you also make the most of your stay here in the division office while sharing each other's best practices. Okay? So, God bless us all, and thank you very much. Okay, enjoy.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Rosemary Masasar. And now, let's proceed sa atong orientation proper. May I invite Ma'am Jasmine Marungon from Linamon Central School.
My respect and greetings to our school's division superintendent, Dr. Edelberto Oplinaria, to our assistant school's division superintendent, Dr. Rosemary Masisar, to the SGOD chief, Dr. Maria Carmela T. Ablin, the CID chief, Dr. Laria Eva Isidon, to all the health and nutrition personnel under the health and nutrition section, and to all the participants to this activity. Good morning, everyone. This morning, I'd like to present to you the school-based feeding program, milk feeding in particular, of Linamon Central School. Okay, so this was taken during the parent orientation for the SBFP milk feeding. Next slide. We have 43 beneficiaries, and then we conducted the parent orientation on October 28, 2020, and then the start of feeding was on November 25, 2020. Next slide, please. Then, milk delivery drop-off point. Linamon Central School caters 6 municipalities, and then 7 districts in particular. So I guess Linamon Central School has the highest number of catered municipalities as drop-off point. Next slide, please. Okay, for our school, the milk distribution was conducted from 1 to 4 p.m. The parents are allowed to report to our school and then get the milk, of course, with the observation of the health protocols. Okay, so this is our schedule of the milk feeding delivery and distribution. So November 25, then December 1, 7, and 16. Then the delivery time of the supplier is from 7 to 9 a.m. And then we distributed the, the milk to our beneficiaries from 1 to 4 p.m. Next slide, please. Financial report as of December 2020. Since we have 43 beneficiaries, so the ice cost 2,000, and then milk distribution 3,440, and transportation 4,300. Okay, all our 43 beneficiaries have claimed the milk supply, meaning 100% attendance. Okay. We have also problems encountered and then action taken during the delivery of milk. Under the problems encountered, first, overcrowding. And then action taken, assign teacher to distribute priority numbers. So this was encountered during the first supply, of the milk, since we are the drop-off point. Shortage of milk supply, then we provided a list of beneficiaries to the distributor or the supplier. Standard health protocols not strictly followed. So we assigned more teachers, personnel to assist the school beneficiaries and remind them to practice social distancing and other health standards. Then, another problem is some schools were not following the time schedule in getting or in cleaning the milk. Then we inform the teacher or teachers about the milk feeding delivery schedule. Next slide. Parents' feedback. The fresh milk tastes good. Second, first time to drink fresh milk, especially Carabao's milk. And then fresh milk intended for 1 week is consumed in just a day because it is shared to other siblings. So it is true with what our ASBS has said a while ago. Best practices for the drop-off point school. Giving priority numbers to the school beneficiaries upon arrival. Number two, providing individual copy to the school beneficiaries and to the distributors where the name of district, name of school, number of beneficiaries, and total number of milk to be received included. One member of the inspectorate team per distributor personnel to assist a school beneficiary. So that inspectorate team came from our school. Arrange school beneficiaries' milk containers according to their priority numbers. Okay, thank you for listening and God bless.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Jasmine Naruho. No, maka-inspire kay inyo ang inyong report na natagaan din ng mga bata sa milk. Okay, now let's go on to the next school from Manga, Mr. Norvel Alangilan. A round of applause, please. Nana ba si Bacolod?
Okay, so again, a very pleasant morning to our Skills Division Superintendent, Sir Egilberto L. Culinaria, and also to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Rosemary T. Macesar, to our SGOD Chief, Ma'am Maria Carmela T. Ablin, and also to our CIP Chief, Ma'am Eva S. Maria Eva S. Eduardo. So, in behalf of our school head, Sir Norvel H. Ananilan, so I am here to present our review of the implementation of our SBFP of Manga Integrated School. So for our school, we have the graphical representation of the number of SBFP beneficiaries from kinder to grade 6. So for our kindergarten, we have 36 beneficiaries. For grade 1, we have 18. For grade 2, we have 20 beneficiaries. Then for our grade 3 rather, we have 19 beneficiaries. For our grade 4, 43. For grade 5, 43. And for our grade 6 beneficiaries, we have 22. So the total number of our beneficiaries is 175 pupils. So these are the best practices that we had during the milk distribution. So prior to the distribution, the SBFP coordinator, Ma'am Alma Ventero, spearheaded a meeting amongst the advisors of the beneficiaries to inform them of the protocols prior, during, and after the milk distribution. So together they have printed the parents' consent forms, evaluation forms, and attendance logs for parents, guardians who will be getting the milk. So one of the very important forms that amo ang secured prior to the distribution is of course the parents' consent forms. Second is that parents and guardians are also informed of the distribution protocols. So in our school, wala nila ka gama of orientation with the face-to-face. Rather, we have the advisors personally call all the parents of those beneficiaries. They are also reminded to practice all health protocols whenever entering the campus, such as maintaining physical distancing with each other, wearing of face masks, preferably with face shield, and bringing their own pens for signing the attendance sheet. So another best practice that we had was the SBFP coordinator, together with the advisors of the beneficiaries, have also strictly practiced health protocols during distribution, such as practicing physical distancing, washing of hands, and again wearing of face masks. The SBFP team has also decided to deliver the milk pack door to door for beneficiaries who have a difficult time going to school due to unforeseen circumstances. So, for example, we also had parents na dili sila makaadto sa school. So what we did is nag-hire of service, isa ka sidecar, and then we had the SBFB coordinator bring the milk packs door to door. The SBFP team have also instructed parents/guardians to inform the advisors right away if they cannot claim the milk product. So these are the documentations that we have for our milk distribution in school. So the same, we are practicing these health protocols by wearing face masks and face shields while distributing the milk packs. So these pictures that you're seeing right now, only ang time na we deliver the milk packs door to door. So for those parents na layo kayo ng balay or dili sila kaadto sa school, so mao na tong nag-hire ng isa ka sidecar, and then we have the SBFP coordinator and one advisor to also accompany her para i-distribute ang milk packs. Okay, so so the challenges that we had experienced during the milk distribution. Some parents come in late for the distribution of the milk pack. So even though they are already informed of the schedule, which is start with from 7:30 until 4:30 in the afternoon, naagad gihapon nga mga parents nga late na yun maabot. Lampas na sa 4:30. Some of the parents, guardians tend to forget to practice physical distancing during the distribution. So, anang kaunti na kaayo ang area, sometimes they forget to practice physical distancing. Some of the parents tend to forget to wear their mask properly. And some of the parents forget to bring their own pens as well with signing their attendance sheets. And lastly, some of the parents forgot to bring their own eco bags or plastic bags to put in their milk packs. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Norvel. And now let's move on to Taguluan. Ma'am Nor Amel Sanggakaya. Nor Amel Sanggakaya, sir.
Saglit lang, ma'am. Para mawala. Saglit lang, ma'am, ha. Hindi mawala. Saglit lang.
Wait lang daw, ma'am.
Relax, eh.
Dali lang, dali.
Ma'am, relax lang, ma'am. Relax. Kaya dire. Naman tagaluan.
Doon ko na. Ay, lang, pangat-lot.
Okay, good morning everyone. So in behalf of our school principal, Dr. Emily Sanggakaya, I will present to our safety practice. Starting Thank you, ma'am. Now let's go to the next school from Maigo, Central Elementary School. Ma'am Sandra.
Video ba eh?
Video man ni ma'am, di ba? Mag-video.
Once again, good morning to each and everyone, to our school division superintendent, Sir Gilberto L. Minaya, and so with our assistant school
Little baby bump. Warm milk, so warm inside my tum. Warm milk is white and it tastes yum. I drink warm milk before my bed and snuggle down my sleepy head. Warm milk is warm and nice to hold. Warm milk, it is not hot or cold. It makes me warm from head to toe. Warm milk, oh how I love it so. Warm milk, so warm inside my tum. Warm milk is white and it tastes yum. I drink warm milk before my bed and snuggle down my sleepy head. Little baby bump. Warm milk, so warm inside my tum. Warm milk is white and it tastes yum. I drink warm milk before my bed and snuggle down my sleepy head. Warm milk is warm and nice to hold. Warm milk, it is not hot or cold. It makes me warm from head to toe. Warm milk, oh how I love it so.
School from Don Juan Diaz.
My respect to our school division superintendent, Dr. Delberto L. Opinaria, our assistant school division superintendent, Dr. Sar, our SGOD chief, Dr. Maria Carmela P. Ablin, and to our CID chief, Dr. Maria Eva Isidon, all school heads who are around. Pleasant morning to one and all. I am pleased to present to you the school school-based feeding program, milk component. So this is our PowerPoint presentation. I I voice over.
Nutritious milk component. Don Juan Diaz Memorial Integrated School are recipient. 2020 School-Based Feeding Program Nutritious Milk Component. Don Juan Diaz Memorial Integrated School are recipient. Come to Don Juan Diaz Memorial Integrated School. Pre-implementation. The parents of the recipients were called for an orientation. As usual, they were instructed to follow health protocols such as social distancing, wearing of face masks, temperature taking, logging in, washing of hands, and sanitizing. They were informed about the objectives and purposes of the program, which they would take part during this pandemic time. They were told that each recipient will receive 20 milk packs in the entire duration. Purok residents also attended the orientation, being our partners. The school prepared the documentary requirements for the distribution cost, transportation cost, and procurement of ice. During implementation, teacher in charge seriously followed the health protocols like wearing a face mask, face shield, and wearing of gloves when they picked the milk pack. From the drop-off point, which is the Balili Central Elementary School, the milk packs were transported to the school for inspection and acceptance by the inspectorate team and proceeded immediately to the Purok stations for distribution. Packs of milk were handed by the advisors from kinder to grade 6 to the parents and not to the children because they were just waiting at their homes. There were 5 stations out of 8 puruks. The station for puruk 1 and 2, parents was in the barangay hall. For puruk 3 and 7 was in puruk 3 shed. For puruk 4 and 5 was in Purok 4 shed. Purok 6 was in Purok 6 shed. And for Purok 8 was in Purok 8 shed. For those parents who failed to come in the agreed station, teachers were the one who personally delivered the milk packs to their homes. According to the recipients, they were very happy to be the recipients of the milk packs, for they were very delicious and nutritious as well. Post implementation. Up to date submission of liquidation by the school back.
That was the presentation from Don Juan, Amir. Yes. Okay. Next school we have Baroy Central. Okay na. So, video presentation, hindi na lang. Ah,
Okay, so while the week of Baroy, we move on to the next school, Magsaysay Central School, Ma'am Zenaida Omar. Okay, nice. Memo proxy.
Adiri. Kitang sila.
My respect and salute to our school's division superintendent, Dr. Roberto Pinaria, to our assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Rosmarie Macesar, to our SGOD chief, Dr. Maria Carmena Ablin, to our CID chief, Dr. Maria Eva S. Odon, to all the participants of this activity, a pleasant morning. So, on behalf of my school principal, Mrs. Anaida Umar, I am honored to present to you the SBFP report for the school year 2020-2021 of Magsaysay Central Elementary School. So my school principal, this is my school principal, Ma'am Zanayla Umar, she cannot be with us today for some health reason, but she is watching through MS Team. So for the SPFP beneficiaries of Magsaysay Central Elementary School, we have for kindergarten, for kindergarten we have 10, for grade 1, 9, for the grade 2 we have 5, for grade 3 we have 5, for grade 4 we have 7, for grade 5 we have 4, for the grade 6 we have 8, a total of 43 beneficiaries. Okay. For our best practices of the pre and post implementation of the SBFP, okay, so the school conducted an orientation to the parents of the SBFP beneficiaries with observance of the IETF health standards prior to the implementation. So the parents were informed of their child's nutritional status and programs, objectives, and purpose which they would take part. And also, after the orientation, parental consent was distributed to the parents right after the SBFP orientation since we are dealing with minors. So we need the consent of the parents. Then they were informed that the teacher of their child will contact them when the milk is ready for the distribution. In the distribution of milk, observance of the IPF health standard must be strictly followed. So no face mask, no entry, and no distribution of milk. And also active cooperation and participation of the parents for the SBFP was evident during the implementation of the program. So on that day, na scheduled for the distribution, we have 100% maatag sa parents. And of course, we also have the 100% support from the BLGU on the transportation of milk. So in the picture, one of the barangay officials of Barangay Poblacion assisted the SBFP coordinator in the distribution and transportation of milk. So since our drop-off school is here in Tubol Central, so it's quite far, 18 kilometers from our school. So we really need the assistance of our BLGU. And of course, the delivery of milk to the recipients was given on time on the scheduled date. So, I'm going to be the pictures of some of our beneficiaries. Okay. And of course, we received the 10,040 as fund for the SPFP. So with that fund, we purchased 2 boxes of milk container. And for the transportation from Tubod to Magsaysay, and for the ice, and other unforeseen expenses needed for the feeding was very fully liquidated. And for our some issues and concern, first is the milk that were given to the recipients were shared by the other siblings of the family. And of course, some of the parents also, when they go to school, they do not wear face masks. So again, that's all for this morning, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wala na yung view.
Kailan namin si Kau ha? Yung
Ah, may kang ay
Strength level. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Presenting the 2019 School-Based Milk Feeding Program Review of Lala North, Lala South, and Lala Central District in the municipality of we would like to share our best practices in implementing the milk feeding program, house-to-house distribution of milk, health minimum standard were strictly observed.
That will be our last professor. Nakapaniod ko bang ikanan? Busog ra? Okay, so thank you so much. Now for our closing remarks, may I call on our OAC School Health Section, Dr. Melvin Emilio. A round of applause please.
Hi, good morning. Familiar kaya na po ang mga participants karon. Thank you for coming for this PIR for the health feeding. So, okay, closing remarks, sali siya sa pinaka-lindot na part sa program. Okay, kasagara, ang maminaw gamay lang kayo. No? So, less na kayo kulba, no? Gamay na lang. Okay, one time, I was invited sa program to give the closing remarks, no? Yeah. Abi na wala na tao, unfortunately, subject ng pag-ibig. So, ako pasalamatan. Sir, salamat kayo, sir, after this very moment, no? Ako nakapagig ka diha na ninaw na po sa closing remark. Then, ingon siya Ganihar pa niya kung tatulak ko, sir, niya kung kitagiya ng amplifier. So, kasagara, si GD na lang din tayo mag-iil. Kaya nahipo sa inyo ang kaano. Pero pasalamat ko, naapa ko. Very tagal ko. Very good. So, in behalf of the School Governance and Operations Division, sa aming chief, si Ma'am Maricar Abli, and Health and Nutrition section of this division of Lanao del Norte. I would like to thank every one of you for coming this morning for this PIR, and we know that we have a very vital role, no, for the health feeding program of the Department of Education. Kay ang atong government, dako kayo sila gi-invest para ni school-based feeding program. Apil man yung component ng health feeding, no. Dako may budget ang gihatag sa government. Dayon, ana mo para mo assist sa ato ang government para implement ang saktor, implement properly ang ato ang mga programs. Dili lang ang health feeding or ang school-based feeding, kundi ang mga health programs sa Department of Education. Kay to make sure na ang mga milk, mga pagkaon na moabot dito sa mga bata. Pag-abot din sa ilahan. So, ako kayo yung role para mahitabo kayo ang gusto nato na ma-healthy ato ang mga kabataan. E kung really healthy ang mga kabataan nato, mga students and pupils, bisan pag mag-hire taong puro cum laude, no? Or mga magna cum laude ang mga teachers, pero ang atong mga bata, sickly, sigdaot, naghan sila mga debate sa panglawas, so dili dito mag-expect o lindot na performance, wapong performance sa aton sa ilaha sa school. So, salamat kayo, no? Then, advance Merry Christmas sa inyong tanan. So, I hope that God will bless us all, labi na ninyo, yung pag-aan mo good health sa Ginoo and also your family. So, thank you very much and have a nice day ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Melvin. And now for the certificate of recognition, may I request Claudette Labaco and Dr. Melvin for the awarding. Republic of the Philippines Department of Education, Region 10, Coast Division of Lanao del Norte, certificate of recognition is hereby awarded to Marites Cabigas in grateful acknowledgement of her meritorious role and valuable service as a speaker during the conduct of 2019 school-based feeding program, milk feeding component post-implementation review. Given the 23rd day of December 2020 at School Health Section of the Division Office, Tubod, Lanao del Norte. Signed by our School Division Superintendent, Roberto L. Tenaria, 25. Certificate of Recognition is hereby awarded to Jasmine Marujo. In grateful acknowledgement for her meritorious role and invaluable service as a speaker during the conduct of 2019 school-based feeding program milk feeding component post-implementation review. Certificate of Recognition is hereby awarded to Raquel Cabusas. Signed by our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Edelberto Elopenaria, Session 5. Certificate of Recognition is hereby awarded to Zenaida Omar. Given this 23rd day of December 2020 at School Health Section of the Division Office, Tubod, Lanao del Norte. Certificate of Recognition is hereby awarded to Norvel Alangitan. Signed by our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Edelberto L. Aplinaria, Session 5. Certificate of Recognition is hereby awarded to Felda Cuevas. Given the 23rd day of December 2020 at School Health Section of the Division Office, Tubod, Lanao del Norte. Certificate of Recognition is hereby awarded to Mr. Dryden Clay A. Samaniego. Mr. Dryden. Okay. So the certificate of recognition is hereby awarded to Mr. Johnson Tabano in grateful acknowledgement of her meritorious role and invaluable service as a speaker during the conduct of 2019 school-based feeding program, milk feeding component, post-implementation review. Thank you so much, everybody, for the participation and for your presence here today. Now, I hope nabusog mo sa inyong lunch. Yes, and happy ta sa atong mga ipang share ng mga implementation, post-implementation review. So, that would be all. Take care. Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year sa inyong mga balay. And once again, this is Nasi Ata, your host for today. God bless us all.